Téléspectateurs de ITV, directement dans downtown Miami, devant Miami-Dade County Children Courthouse, côté qui pourra gagner une conférence de presse qui pourra le bail concernant bien-être tout le monde dans Miami-Dade County et dans le state of Florida. Et monde qui invité nous dans la presse conférence c'est Congresswoman Frederica Wilson ensemble avec Chairman Commissioner Jean Monestime. Nous invitons au suivre.
This extremely important recognition. Last week, I issued almost 5,000 certificates to all of the teachers, individualized, personalized certificates for all of the teachers in my congressional district, Florida District 24. And they have been receiving these certificates of appreciation since I was elected to Congress. It was during National Teacher Day. What you need to know is Judge Stephen D. Robinson, Judge Robinson, would you come up, please? Come stand by me. He served with me on the Community-Based Care Alliance when I was in the state Senate. It was during the time of the Aurelia Wilson saga. You remember that fight?
Yes.
He is a special person, and like me, he is a steadfast advocate for children. Although he is retired from the bench, he made time to be here today. We had to hunt him down, but we found him. However, while we were serving on the CBC Alliance, Judge Robinson pointed out to me that there was not one day to recognize the important work of our child welfare professionals. And I said, Judge Robinson, you know, together we can fix that. I can file a bill in the Senate, let it run through the House, and I'm sure the governor will sign that into law. So we worked together to develop Senate Bill 78 in 2008. The bill was passed in the House and the Senate and was signed into law by then Governor Charlie Crist. This is a state law. And we are here today to remind everyone that our child welfare workers are deserving of recognition. Dade County has been marking this day since 2008. And we want to alert everyone in Florida that this is a state law. This is a state holiday. And Judge Robinson and I would stand with other juvenile court judges over at the Juvenile Justice Center on 27th Avenue. So we're proud to be here today at this new facility that's opening. I mean, I am just overwhelmed at what is happening here today. It's almost as if it was scripted to happen on the same day, Judge Robinson, the opening and us recognizing this day because this is the actual holiday. So on the second Monday on the second Monday of May, I want everyone in Florida to thank a child welfare professional. Our child welfare workers work day and night. They go into tough and dangerous situations, and they have one of the hardest jobs in America, but we do little to reward them. They deal with children who have been abused and sometimes children who can feel like no one wants them. And there is no perfect formula on dealing with the circumstances they face. They always strive for family reunification, and when that fails, they try to place the children with a grandparent or another family member, and then that fails, they can resort to family separation. These are tough decisions, and each case is very different, and there is no cookie-cutter solution. Award-winning writer from the Miami Herald, Carol Marvin Miller, and others chronicle these circumstances in Innocence Lost. You have to be called to do this type of work. It's the work of God. That's who guides you. It is not for everyone. And we have a very special person here with us today who has been called to work in this field, Orlando Gonzalez. Raise your hand, Mr. Gonzalez. He has been a child welfare professional for more than 2 decades, and he is in the Wall of Honor of the Children's Courthouse. We want to thank all of our judges, our police, our psychiatrists, investigators, attorneys, guardians ad litem, teachers for all that they do to protect our children. We love and appreciate you. Let's please give them another hand. And now, I want to introduce to you the chairman of our county commission and my dear friend, Mr. Gene Monestein.
Thank you. Good morning. There isn't really much to add after the Congresswoman speak, except to say that what every child desires is a safe environment where they can grow and learn. And we have many people in our community who endeavor to provide them with that safe and loving environment each day. These are our child welfare professionals. And it is an honor to be here in the presence of all of you, together with the Congresswoman and all the other leaders, especially those in the justice system who are here to make sure that we provide and we offer proper recognition to those around us who work tirelessly every day to make sure that these professionals are recognized. They need to be recognized because their job is not easy, as the Congresswoman earlier stated. And my office is currently preparing a resolution to declare a permanent day in Miami-Dade County as a day of recognition for the child welfare professionals throughout Miami-Dade County. And this was inspired by my Congresswoman, and that's exactly why we are so honored and privileged to be here with all of you. And today, on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of the Mayor, on behalf of over 2.6 million people of Miami-Dade County, to all these child welfare professionals that are responsible to ensuring that our children live free from maltreatment and enjoy long-term secure relationships within strong families and communities, and are physically as well as emotionally healthy and socially competent. For all their hard work, I'm here to present this proclamation on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of the Mayor, and on behalf of our people of Miami-Dade County. And it says, be it resolved that today, Carlos Jimenez, Mayor of Miami-Dade County, Chairman Jean Monestein, and the members of the Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of Miami-Dade County and this community, do hereby proclaim Monday, May 11, 2015, Child Welfare Professionals Recognition Day. And I ask our professionals from DCF to come, and also from our kids to come forward and accept this proclamation. Thank you so very much for all the work you do on behalf of our children in Miami-Dade County.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Come up to the court. Come on. Thank you, Chairman Monestein. We sent a call out to all of the League of Counties across the state, and so many of them have responded to us that they're doing exactly what our county commission chair did. They're declaring Child Welfare Professionals Day today, and the county commission chair of Escambia actually sent us a copy of his proclamation. And now I'm going to bring to the podium Judge Stephen Robinson. I guess you're retired. He's my partner in crime. Want to say something? Come forward, please. Let's give him a big hand. This was a big deal. It's hard to, first of all, the bill just didn't pass the first year, remember? Yes. It took us, can you imagine? It was stuck. Stuck with all of this going on, with William Wilson and all of the stuff going on with us changing from public to private and CBC and children getting killed, all kind of things were happening. And we passed it out of the Senate and it bogged down in the House. So I called Judge Robinson and I said, we gotta file it again next year. He said, let's keep filing it until it passes. And we did. Thank you.
Thank you for all that you've just said. I really feel good about the fact that the holiday is now starting to grow and become recognized. I was pointing out to some people before that it has not quite reached the level yet of the 4th of July or Christmas, but we can work in that direction, because there's nobody who works more for our community than child welfare professionals. And the emphasis has to be on the word professionals. These are people, you all are people that have dedicated yourselves to the most important calling, protecting the children of our community. So I say thank you to you, and thank you for recognizing me today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we have a proclamation from the governor. It's going to be read by Gelber Fernandez of DCF. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a proclamation from Governor Rick Scott. Whereas children are Florida's most precious resource and are promised for a bright future, and whereas Florida's child welfare professionals are responsible for ensuring that our children live free from maltreatment, enjoy long-term secure relationships within strong families and communities, are physically and emotionally healthy and socially competent, and that families nurture, protect, and meet the needs of their children and are well integrated into their communities. And whereas Florida's child welfare professionals build rapport and trust with the family and people we know, and support the family, empower family members by seeking information about their strengths, resources, and proposed solutions, and demonstrate respect for the family as the family exists in its social network, community, and culture. And whereas Florida's child welfare professionals make lasting contributions and sincerely dedicated to improving the lives of all children, now therefore I, Rick Scott, Governor of the state of Florida, do hereby extend greetings and best wishes to all observing May 11th, 2015 as Child Welfare Professionals Recognition Day in Florida.
Great. That makes it official. So now, Judge Robinson, we have two governors on our side. Charlie Crist signed it, and now we have the backing of Governor Rick Scott. When I reached out to Senator Bullard, I said, Senator Bullard, we have a bill, we have a law across the state, and I need you to try to revive it in the Senate. I'm asking the governor to revive it for the state, and I asked a House member to revive it for the House across this state. And so Senator Bullard answered the call, and he's here today to speak and tell us what he did. Thank you.
And thank you, Congresswoman. Our office has a standing rule that when the Congresswoman calls, we just kind of do exactly what it is she asks us to do. And it's always the easiest way to go. Don't fight it, just make it happen. But I just want to recognize the hard work that Congresswoman Wilson did in her previous iteration as a state policymaker, because she understood the importance of child welfare professionals and the need to recognize the hard work that you all do. The unfortunate reality is that we need to put more resources into making sure that we do any and everything we can to make sure our caseworkers and our investigators who are on the front lines each and every day, making sure that they're looking out for the well-being of our most precious commodity here in the state, and that is our children. They represent 100% of our future, and so we want to make sure that we do everything we can. So understand this, that the first step was the recognition of the holiday, and we want to know that the second Monday in every year moving forward will be a recognition of child welfare professionals. But let's be clear, the work's not done. We have to do everything we can to make sure that local, state, and federal funding match up with priorities. People always talk about budgets. Budgets at the end of the day are moral documents, and really where you place your emphasis and what you put your priorities on are reflective in those budgets. And so until we get our budgets to a place that recognizes the importance of child welfare professionals, I know I won't stop having being able to stand on the shoulders of the Congresswoman in terms of fighting for each and every day for the children. I do want to recognize my colleague in the fight, the person she reached out to in the other chamber on the House side, and that is Representative Cynthia Stafford, who's represented today by her legislative assistant, Brian Roberts, who is also here with a proclamation on behalf, or a tribute on behalf of the Florida House of Representatives and Representative Cynthia Stafford. So I do want to take that moment to recognize that, and to paraphrase Sean Puffy Combs, can't stop, won't stop until we make sure that children are protected. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we'll hear from our state attorney, Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, who convened a grand jury during the time of William Wilson's disappearance, and that was my first time appearing before a grand jury, and I appeared before the grand jury and testified. A wonderful top cop, Cathy Fernandez-Rundle.
This really is an honor for me to be here today, to stand next to this incredible advocate. Congresswoman Frederica Wilson has been at the forefront of every fight imaginable for children. And not only does she do it publicly, but she does it privately. And I can tell you, when we were doing the Relia Wilson case, she was calling us all the time and say, well, what's going on with that case? And it took us almost 10 years, I think, Congresswoman. And in the end, she was there in my office talking where there's no cameras, no one to see her, because it came from her heart that she was never, ever going to give up on Relia Wilson. And for that, she's just a tremendous role model for all of us. And she was very helpful when it came time to understanding what it is we failed to do for our children, and giving all these wonderful child care professionals the wherewithal to do their tough jobs. They are amazing. We meet with these case managers, the folks that do the home visits. I don't know how they manage to rescue children, reconstruct lives, and try to reunify families and give families the wherewithal that they need to make sure that they are protecting and caring for their children. So I just want to echo all of the other accolades today. I want to thank our Congresswoman again at the time. Were you in the Senate? Yeah. She was in the Senate, and she passed this so that we can all, every second Monday of May, stop and think for just a moment how these wonderful care professionals are rescuing and protecting our children. So thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you, Congresswoman.
Did Judge Lerner come down? Judge Cindy Lerner?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. Come on in. This was truly our champion of change. Oh my God, she was our champion of change. We had so much going on, and because of you, so many things happened, so many things changed across the state and the county and the nation. People have been down here to study you, study child welfare. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Please, please.
Thank you, Congresswoman. You really are, as everyone has said, a true champion for these children. It's been a pleasure working with you for decades to do this. But there's something I want to say. Can I have that piece of paper? It's Child Welfare Professionals Day. Child welfare professionals have one of the most difficult jobs anywhere, especially in this state. They deal with removals, they deal with well-being, they deal with life and death decisions every day. And my message to the governor is, let's talk about their compensation. They do all of this for a pittance. A pittance. So, Governor Scott, let's put your money where your mouth is.
That's great. That's a good message from our champion of change. That's a good message. Thank you so much. Let's see who's next. Judge Orlando Prescott, 5,000 role model gentlemen. Let's bring him forward. All right. Chief Judge, right? Administrative Judge.
Congresswoman, thank you very much. Now you know what we, the judges who serve here in Dade County, already know. We sit on the bench and we make these pronouncements, but these are the individuals who make it happen. When the families come in and the children come in and they're broken and they're lost, and we make pronouncements from the bench and we make orders, these are the people who go out and they try to reconstruct the family. If the family can't, this family can't be reconstructed, they find another family. So for you, for everything you do, 365 days a year, it's just fitting that we can take this one day to collectively say thank you.
Thank you. Ever since 2008, the Miami Marlins has been giving us tickets to the Marlins games for the child welfare professionals. And we have passed them on to DCF and to our kids to distribute to the people who work in that field. Someone was supposed to be here from the Marlins today. I don't think they came, but they do have tickets this year also for you to go to a complimentary game at the Miami Marlins. And now we'll hear from DCF and our kids.
Thank you. We just want to take just a moment to say thank you for this recognition with Congresswoman, judges. We also have our partners here from the Guardian Ad Litem program and all those others who work with us, because this is not something that DCF or our kids can do alone. And we really appreciate all the partnerships and all the support that we get from all of the other agencies that we work with so diligently. This is Jackie Gonzalez from our kids, our partner in this endeavor, and I just want to say that that we, on behalf of our staff, they're the ones that do the actual work, Congresswoman. Our staff, who are a few might be here, but most of them are out working today. On behalf of our staff, we sincerely appreciate this recognition. Their work, as you recognize, is a hard one, very difficult job, very difficult decisions that they make every day, long hours, and not frequently recognized. So it is so important to them that there is a day dedicated to them, and we so appreciate that. Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to thank the Congresswoman and all the judges and everyone else who's here today for recognizing the staff. As Gilda said and others have said, it's the child welfare professionals that are not here today that are changing lives for the better each and every day under very trying circumstances, very difficult situations. And they do it simply for one reason, and that's for the mission, because their heart is invested in changing lives for the better, and they are doing it. And we have a remarkable bench here in Miami-Dade County, remarkable in a variety of ways. As the Congresswoman said, Judge Lederman has been a pioneer of change, but other judges as well who are here today. So we thank the bench for being so involved and such good advocates for the work that we do, and for their indulgence and patience throughout the difficulty that we all face. So thank you to all for the recognition, and the agencies who are not here today, who employ the case managers that are doing this work, thanks to them as well. Thank you.
And on behalf of the Guardian Ad Litem program, thank you, Representative Wilson, for recognizing, and thank you guys, everyone who's here and who's not here, for your passion and your tireless advocacy.
I think we do have workers here, so I'm going to ask you to come forward so everyone can see you and recognize you. All of our child welfare professionals who are present, would you please join me at the podium? And the camera. Well, look at here, this is great.
Never. I'll step on the tippy toes a little bit.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This ends our press conference. Thank you.